prime numbers and factorising today. Okay. Prime numbers are the numbers that can only be divided by themselves or by 1. Any other division would not give a whole number. Which are the whole numbers? Remember, the whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you get a prime number like 2 and you try to divide it by anything else except itself and number 1, it will never give a whole number. For example, if you get number 5, which is a prime number, and you divide it by 2, the result is 2.5, which is not a whole number. Okay, so number 5 can only be divided by itself and by 1, and it is a prime number. You don't have to worry too much about prime numbers, except you should learn the first 10 prime numbers, more or less, and you will get used to knowing which are prime numbers and which are not. We will just give you an example. I'll write the whole numbers from 1 to 15. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay? And show you which ones are prime numbers. Okay? So, 2 is a prime number. Obviously, you don't consider 0 or 1. 1 is a prime number 2. 3 is a prime number. 5 is a prime number. 7 is a prime number. 8 and 9 no. 10 no. 11 is a prime number. 13 is a prime number. Okay? So those are really the ones that you should learn and know that they are prime numbers. Okay? What's the important part of the prime numbers? They are like the building blocks of any other number. Any other number, you can divide it by one of those, and it can be built by prime numbers. I'll show you what I mean. For example, if we get number 4, 4 can be divided by 2, okay, and it gives 2, a prime number, a whole number. And then 4 is not a prime number, and then 2 can be divided by 2 again, and it gives 1. Okay, so 4 can be considered as being 2 times 2 times 1. Okay, so 2 and 1, they are the building blocks of number 4. You can make number 4 by using 2 and 1. Okay, so prime numbers are like the building blocks of any other number. And many times in the exercises you might be required to do factorising. That's the other thing that we're going to learn today. Okay, how do you factorise? An easy way to factorise. I'll show you first by using number 4. I'll give you easy examples and we'll do 16. Okay? So, for example, if we want to factorise number 4, easiest way is to draw a straight line over there. Number 4 can be divided by 2. If you divide 4 by 2, you get a 2. 2 can be divided by 2. You get a 1. 1 can be divided by 1. And that's it. So number 4 can be expressed as... So that's number 4 factorized into its prime numbers. Okay? I'll show you with 16. Okay? 16 can be divided by, it is an even number. Any even number can always be divided by 2, so that's easy if you want to factorize an even number. It can be divided by 2. If you divide it by 2, it gives 8. If you divide that by 2, it gives 4. Divided by 2, then 2 again, 2, 1. As you see, that's the same as that. So 16 can be expressed as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times 1, okay? And if we go into another chapter, which we'll see later on another video, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, that means that, okay? But that's from another chapter. So, we need to know which prime numbers to use here on the right. Several tricks. If it's an even number, easy, divided by 2. If it ends in 0 or in 5, it can always be divided by 5. Okay? So try with those, you can always try 2 or 5, though with those you can always try 5. And then there's another trick we'll do in a moment, number 63. If you add up those two numbers and it gives a number you can divide by 3, it can be divided by 3. For example, 6 and 3 is 9. 9 can be divided by 3, so 63 can be divided by 3. Okay? Let's do another example. Another example, for example, it would be 140, something a bit higher. 140. You can approach this in two ways. We'll do both ways. Okay, you can see that 14 is 7 times 2. Okay, so you can divide it by 2. If you divide it by 2, 14 gives us 7, and that's a 0. Okay? Now, if you divide that again by 2, because it's an even number, that gives 35. That ends in 5, so using the trick again, divided by 5, that's a 7. 7 is a prime number, so it can only be divided by itself. Okay? Using the same approach, instead of dividing it by 2, you can see there that 14 can be divided by 7. Okay? If you divide that by 7, it gives 20. If you divide, you can use there either divided by 2 or divided by 5. Let's divide it by 2, gives 10. Divide that by 2 gives 5, 5, 1, 1. Okay? In both cases, you get the same, obviously. 7, 5, 2, 2, and 1. Okay? That's 7, 7, 7, 5, 2, 2, and 1. Yeah. Okay, so that's the factorizing of a number 140 done in two ways. Obviously, the higher the prime number you'll get, the easier the divisions will be. But you'll get around that with practice. Let's do another bigger number so that you know there's no trick. For example, 520. Okay? Factorize that. It can be divided by 2 or it can be divided by 10. We'll use the 2 for example, by 10 by 5. We'll use the 2, that's 52. 52 is 25 times 2 and 1 more, so that would be 26. Okay, see what I've done there? 25 times 2 is 50, so you can add 126. Okay, then you divide it by 2 again, and it gives that. Okay, 13 is a prime number, we used it before, so you can divide it by 13. That would give 1 and 0. Sorry, we'll use a red pen there. 1 and 0, okay? That can be divided by 5, it can give a 2, 1 and 1. Okay, so 520 would be expressed, let's go from the higher one, 13 times 5 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So that's how you factorize numbers. Now, you should go into the online academy and do some exercises that we have there so you get a bit more practice. And the more exercises you do, the faster you'll do this.